Everybody's got their eyes glued to the headlines, but let's be real about what's actually going on. Trump is making a lot of noise about Obama, throwing every shot he can, but nobody's fooled. The real reason? He's desperate to shift attention away from those Epstein files, the ones that still got half of America demanding answers, and the other half doing everything they can to keep them buried. Remember when Trump came into office, beating his chest and promising to expose the swamp, clean up the corruption, and put all the dirty secrets out in the open? The Epstein list was supposed to be part of that. People on every side, left, right, center, were all waiting for that bombshell. But every time it looks like the truth might actually surface, there's a new distraction. This week it's Obama, next week it'll be somebody else. The pattern's obvious. When the heat turns up, Trump finds a new headline to hide behind. And let's talk about why. The reality is Trump's name is all over those files. So is Clinton's, Prince Andrew's, Alan Dershowitz, a whole lineup of untouchables. They all partied with Epstein. They all had something to lose if those files go public, and they're all hoping the world forgets. But people aren't letting it go, and neither am I. When you promise truth, you owe the people truth, not more political games. So what's the move?
The witch hunt that you should be talking about is they caught President Obama absolutely cold, Tulsi Gabbard. What they did to this country in 2016, starting in 2016, but going up to 2020 in the election. They tried to rig the election. We found this isn't like evidence this is like proof, irrefutable proof that Obama was seditious, that Obama was trying to lead a coup.
Obama's spokesperson responded in part, and I quote, "Out of respect for the office of the presidency, our office does not normally dignify the constant nonsense and misinformation flowing out of this White House with a response, but these claims are outrageous enough to merit one. These bizarre allegations are ridiculous and a weak attempt at distraction."
Trump's doing what anybody would if their whole empire was on the line. He's using whatever power he's got left to keep those files sealed as long as possible. I can't even blame him. If my whole reputation, my business, and my future were riding on a stack of sealed documents, I'd be fighting tooth and nail to keep them hidden too. But here's the thing, the American public is fed up. They're tired of the blame game, tired of the cover-ups, and they don't care who has to fall for the truth to finally come out. If you ask me, no amount of finger pointing is going to save Trump or anybody else tied to Epstein. The people want answers, and this story isn't going away. One day, those files will see the light, and when they do, every single name, no matter how rich or powerful, is going to have to face the fallout.
The Wall Street Journal is now reporting that Justice Department officials told President Trump in May that his name was among many names mentioned in the Epstein files. This is something the White House is now labeling as, quote, fake news, end quote. What officials felt was unverified hearsay about many people, including Trump, who had socialized with Epstein in the past, some of the officials said. One of the officials familiar with the documents said that they contain hundreds of other names. We are in the course of reporting this out.
Nothing in the files warranted further investigation or prosecution. We have filed a motion in court to unseal the underlying grand jury transcripts. We'll get to that in a second. As part of our routine briefing, we made the president aware of the findings. So in that statement from the Attorney General and the Deputy Attorney General, they are not directly addressing the most significant part of this, which is the reporting that Trump was told he was mentioned multiple times in these files.
This is what's the word? We don't dance around the facts, and we're not scared to say what everybody's already thinking. Drop your thoughts in the comments because I know y'all got a lot to say about this one.
At least one woman has come forward to say she was abused by sex offender Jeffrey Epstein while he was on work release as part of his 2007 plea deal. So that sweetheart deal had him offending again. A lawyer representing Epstein accusers said yesterday that the wealthy financier who was allowed to have visitors while he was supposed to be working during the 13-month sentence took advantage of the arrangement to engage in improper sexual contact, but added that the new accusers may not have been minors. The president says his relationship with Epstein was no different than anyone else in their elite circle.
Well, I knew him like everybody in Palm Beach knew him. He was a fixture in Palm Beach. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years. I wasn't a fan.
Yet, a tape in the NBC archives of a Mar-a-Lago party shows Trump giving Epstein his personal attention. The footage, shot in November of 1992, before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president surrounded by cheerleaders for the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins, capturing Trump's fun-loving bachelor lifestyle for an appearance on Faith Daniels' NBC talk show.
We're going to get great ratings in your show.
Trump is surrounded by women as music blares in the background. After a while, Trump goes to greet 3 new guests, among them the financier Jeffrey Epstein.
Come on in. Go inside.
More than a decade before his guilty plea on state prostitution charges. Later in the footage, Trump is seen talking to Epstein and another man as women are dancing in front of them. Trump alternates between dancing and pointing out women to Epstein and the other man and telling Epstein about the cameras. Though exactly what they say is difficult to understand as they discuss the women and their appearances, Trump gestures to one and appears to say to Epstein, "Look at her back there. She's hot." And then Trump says something else into Epstein's ear that makes him double over with laughter. But as the president says now, he never liked Epstein.
I was not a fan of his, that I can tell you. I was not a fan of his.